Welcome to Upshift. In the previous video that we were talking about what single and double materiality assessments are. Today I am going to talk about some practical aspects that you may come across when you are going to conduct the materiality assessment. Number one, how you are going to work with stakeholders. As I said, we need to prioritize stakeholders in the business. There are different types of stakeholders. Depending on your business, you may have customer, the clients, you may have groups of suppliers, you may have legal authorities, your own employees, so on and so forth. When it comes to evaluation or the investigating material topics with respect to their interest as well as influence for themselves, there are different ways of that you could reach out. Number one, you could use surveys, questionnaire survey to understand the level of interest as well as influence for those stakeholders because of the chosen material topics. For example, you may be focusing on environmental material topics such as greenhouse gas emission or the climate change or the climate action, waste management or circularity, the water and wastewater, biodiversity, so on and so forth. In terms of social indicators or the material topics, you may be focusing on employment, the learning and development, occupational health and safety, communities, so on and so forth. No matter what the material topic is, based on the required or the focused group of the stakeholders, you may be using a questionnaire survey to understand it. There are certain groups you may need to have a deeper understanding of what their expectations. In that context, you can have one-on-one interviews. In one-on-one interviews, one of the ways that you could use is you will have a kind of a deeper dive on the chosen materiality topics based on their interest. That help you to understand their expectation and ensure that you will evaluate the risks and opportunities for your business or the value chain. The third way is, especially when you are working with community groups or group of suppliers, for example, you may need to have a focus group discussions or brainstorming session. Brainstorming or focus group discussions is another way of that you can conduct the materiality assessment or get the inputs for the materiality assessment in terms of stakeholder engagement. When it comes to focus group discussions, questionnaire surveys, or even one-on-one interviews, there is a requirement for you to get the honest opinion from your stakeholders. That's why most of the organizations are going to get the support of an independent body to get engaged with your stakeholders so that you will get the impartial feedback from them. To do that, you can get the support of third-party organizations, industry experts, so on and so forth. The other question is, how long will it take to get this feedback? With my practical experience, it takes minimum 3 months for an organization to conduct a materiality assessment effectively. Some organization may take it for 6 months even, because you need to have a deeper understanding in terms of risks and opportunities for your business and value chain so that you could focus it for your sustainability strategy. The next question most of the people asking is about whether materiality assessment is required, because one of the conversation that I had with some of the organization leaders that they were confident on what they were doing, but unfortunately in today's business context, it is not just fulfilling whatever the expectation from your end, but also we need to ensure our stakeholder expectations are also met. In addition, you may not have a clarity in overall context. Because of that, it is important for you to have the stakeholder engagement in the process of materiality assessment. Apart from that, many are asking about in the materiality assessment process, if certain materiality topics are not chosen or come in as an high impact area, whether you can still choose them for your strategy. Technically, materiality assessment is conducted to choose the most impactful materiality topics for your business or the value chain. There are two aspects of it. One of them is your materiality assessment may not be accurate. Other aspect is you may be focusing on a materiality topic or the areas in the business which may not have a real impact to your business. Therefore, it is important to understand whether you have chosen right tools and right method in terms of conducting materiality assessment. That's why I said it's very important for you to get the support of external expert in the circumstance that you do not have the capability in your business. However, ladies and gentlemen, answer for your question, having taken into consideration all the prioritized material topics, still you can choose a material topics which may not be coming under the materiality assessment prioritization. The choice is yours, but you could come up with a strategy so that you will get an opportunity for you to differentiate sometimes. But technically, I would like to see use the materiality assessment as the base or the foundation when you are determining focused areas in your sustainability strategy. If you have these kind of questions in terms of how to conduct a materiality assessment effectively, please reach out to us. Let's talk about the rest of the steps in sustainability strategy formulation in the next episode. Stay tuned.